All right, today we are prying open the real-world toolbox that hackers use. And you're going to see it's not all just about code on a screen. Some of the most potent, most dangerous tools are actual physical gadgets you can hold in your hand. So when you picture a hacker, what do you see? Probably someone typing like mad, right? Green text scrolling down a black screen. And yeah, that's definitely part of it. But it's not even close to the whole story. Because we need to be looking at the physical devices, the actual hardware that can totally compromise your security in just seconds. These are the gadgets that prove hacking has jumped right off the keyboard and into the real world all around us. So our first category, this covers the sneakiest of the bunch, gadgets that are specifically designed to look like your everyday boring objects. Their whole game is built on exploiting our trust, making you think they're harmless while they get down to business. First up is a true legend, the Rubber Ducky. I mean, look at it. It looks just like any old USB stick. But the second you plug it in, your computer says, "Oh, a keyboard. I trust keyboards." And then bam, it starts typing preloaded commands at a speed you literally can't even see. It can shut down your antivirus or create a backdoor before you even realize what's happening. They don't call it the hacker's magic wand for nothing. Here's another tool that just hides in plain sight, the LAN Turtle. It looks like a totally normal USB to Ethernet adapter. You know, the kind of thing your IT department has a drawer full of. But once it's plugged into a computer on a network, it silently opens up a remote backdoor. This lets an attacker just listen in on everything. It's so effective because who would ever suspect it? And rounding out this sneaky category is the hardware keylogger. This little thing just sits quietly between your keyboard and your computer, and it records every single keystroke. Passwords, credit card numbers, private chats, all of it. They're cheap, they're super hard to spot, and if someone plants one, it can be absolutely devastating. Okay, so we've seen the gadgets that trick our eyes. Now let's talk about the invisible world. This next batch of tools doesn't even need to be plugged in. No, they work by manipulating the Wi-Fi signals and radio waves that are all around us right now.
This is a perfect example of why you've got to be careful with public Wi-Fi. The WiFi Pineapple creates a fake hotspot, an evil twin, that looks just like the real one at the airport or your local coffee shop. The second you connect, the hacker is sitting right in the middle of your internet connection, watching everything, sending you to fake banking sites, you name it.
And then there's this little guy, the Flipper Zero. It's often called the Swiss Army knife of hacking. And honestly, it's not hard to see why. It looks like a toy, right? It's got this cute little digital dolphin mascot. But it can read and clone your office key card, copy the signal from your car's remote, and mess with a ton of other wireless devices. For something so small, it is unbelievably powerful. You can't be fooled by this cute face either. This is a Ponagotchi. Think of it as a Wi-Fi hacker's digital pet. It doesn't really attack networks directly. Instead, it just passively listens for Wi-Fi handshakes. That's the little digital greeting that happens when a device connects to a network. It just wanders around, collecting these handshakes all day long, saving them for a hacker to try and crack the passwords later. So, if the Flipper Zero is a Swiss Army knife, then the HackRF1 is like a military-grade multi-tool. This is a software-defined radio, and it can tune into almost any radio signal out there. We're talking everything from walkie-talkies to, yes, even aircraft systems. A hacker can use this to jam signals, record and replay them. It's basically a spy tool straight out of a movie. Okay, we've gone from the invisible to the very, very direct. This last category of gadgets is all about getting physical access, and in one case, just straight-up destruction. These are the tools you use to kick down the doors, both digital and physical. The Proxmark 3 is pretty much a master key for physical security. It is the go-to professional tool for cloning the RFID and NFC cards that companies use to secure their buildings. With this, a skilled hacker can copy your employee ID badge in just a few seconds and then just walk right past security like they own the place. And now for something completely different. The USB killer. This thing doesn't steal your data, it doesn't spy on you, it just destroys. It looks like a regular USB drive, but it's packed with capacitors. The moment you plug it in, it unleashes a massive power surge that instantly fries the computer's motherboard. It's pure, simple, and irreversible hardware sabotage. So after seeing all of that, you're probably asking yourself, how on earth do I stay safe? And yeah, these threats are scary, but the good news is that protecting yourself is actually pretty straightforward. It all comes down to being vigilant. It really just boils down to 3 critical habits. First, and this is the big one, Never, ever plug in a USB device if you don't know exactly where it came from. That flash drive you found in the parking lot, it could be a rubber ducky or a USB killer. Second, treat public Wi-Fi like it's radioactive. It could always be a Wi-Fi Pineapple trap. And third, keep your software updated. Always. Patch those vulnerabilities these gadgets love to exploit. And that right there really sums it all up. The big takeaway here is that cybersecurity isn't just about software firewalls and antivirus programs. It's also about being aware of the physical world around you. Because hackers use hardware, our defense has to be physical too. So the next time you see a stray USB stick, or a random adapter, or an open Wi-Fi network, just pause for a second and think. In a world with this kind of hardware hacking, a little bit of suspicion isn't paranoia, it's just good security. So, what will you be looking out for?